Hello guys, NautoAisDx here once again, and finally I'll be giving my thoughts on the Nintendo financial report ending, the financial report for the third quarter, which is October to December of 2015. So this is basically it. And the financial report basically was on February 3rd. As you see here, what you're looking at right now is their sort of outline of what it is. So the last time I talked about it was basically wasn't that much because mostly they were just talking about sales, good games, how much they made in that particular quarter. Nothing really important for gamers. It's more about the business side. And I think the last thing they just talked about was the introduction of Mitomo, My Nintendo program, but they said that they're gonna more talk about it in the long run. And of course, they were released at March 2016. So basically, in this one, the report is basically from October to December 2015. And of course, the reason they said here the ending of 2016 because that's basically the fiscal year of 2016. January 2016 to March 2016 is the fourth quarter, and like I said before, that one will be on April the 27th. They're gonna report. Hopefully, they'll talk about Mitomo, not more about My Nintendo, more about Mitomo, maybe mobile games and the NX. So with that, I did kind of skim this before, and to some extent, really, there's nothing much about this one. It's again more sales, but there are some interesting parts. So I'm gonna just talk about the interesting part about in this particular financial report. So first thing is the topic they're gonna talk about, and like I said before, is situation regarding sales and future prospect, Nintendo 3DS, Wii U, Amiibo, and download sales. Commenting, they have to talk about how much they made from hardware, software, did they lose a lot of money or not, and what are the strategies. And the second one, apparently this one is My Nintendo and Mitomo progress. Alright, so the first thing here is, of course, 3DS. There you go. Sales in Japan, I guess, is getting well, not so much that last year, but again, it's still good. To some extent, again, it's at least it's selling. And same here. Apparently, the deal is that the games so far right now are selling, but the hardware itself, the new 3DS, they're not selling much than last year. Maybe because of the NX, who knows? But that's not really the interesting part for me. One of the interesting part about here is this is what Nintendo basically said, or Kinishima, expanding to female consumers. Yeah, I kind of like that. I mean, believe it or not, most people. Well, I don't want to go political here, but it is at least a good idea for Nintendo to. Again, there are some games that's supposed to be quote unquote for girls, but for me, my opinion really is if the game is fun, I'll just play it. I don't care if it's meant for female gamer or male gamer, because like fighting games, it's not for. It's never been like a male thing. I'm sorry to say. I mean, right now I am watching Texas Showdown, and there's some female gamer who love fighting games. So again, but the thing here, what I'm showing you is, it is that interesting. Nintendo also is focusing on also female gamer. I mean, one of the game here you're seeing is, well, they call it Girl Mode 3, but it's called Sal Savvy. And I can tell you, I played the game. It's not that bad. It's a fashion design game. You're a fashion designer. What do? You know, again, not a bad game. Played the second one. If you remember one of my vlogs way in the past, I basically bought the game like for $10. But it's interesting. Another one is Animal Crossing Home Designer. Yeah, it is sort of. I guess if you want to be a home designer. Again, the game's not bad. I played it. There's actually an ending, but the whole point of it is that you buy the cards, or not. You don't have to buy the cards. It's just Like I said, the cards is integrated also with Festival. Yes, someday I'll talk about it again because it's not really like a game that you shoot someone. It's not an action game, RPG. It's more of you're designing a house for someone. Again, in my opinion, it's kind of fun game subjectively. And of course, Freedom Heaven right here. A lot of people do like the game. Sadly, yes, in America they don't sell good. I know the one for the DS and for the Wii, they actually went to $5. No joke. And I knew friends who bought it for $5. Again, it is what it is. You know, it's a good rhythm game, but again, they're saying it that if it's not a shooter, it's not an action game, RPG. You know, male might not like it, but you know, I like it. But the only one here they I guess they consider it a female game is Disney Magical World 2. Well, the first one actually came in America. I mean, Alex actually bought the game, but he said it wasn't really that good. I don't know what it is, but again, I don't know why it's considered a female thing. But you know, Disney. I'm not really a fan of Disney, but again, who knows? So, but that is interesting because the whole point is that's basically making the Nintendo consumer grow again equals money. Just a little bit interesting in my opinion about it. So again, next picture here, the sales. I guess really, I guess yeah, 250 million. So or yeah, something 25, 200, 500, whatever. I'm moving on. All right, so let's move on to the next one here. Let's see. Again, it's just a lot of sale. Not really. I'm interested. I mean, it's good that it's actually. Oh wait. Here it is. Here it is. Here's is something that I want to read. I can't believe I didn't read this one. But hold on. Da da da. Sales. Okay. Mario Tennis. Link. All right. So basically, this is the Nintendo Select in Europe, and like I said, you make good games for $20. You make good. You make it $20. People will buy it. Look, Mario Party Island Tour for the 3DS, $20. Look how many it sold. Nintendo's and Cat, the 3 version, $20. Link, Legend of Zelda, A Link of Two Worlds, Between Worlds. Well, people bought it for full price, so that's why. Yoshi's Island, Mario Tennis. Well, yeah, a lot of people bought it full price. Thought it was going to be good, like Mario Tennis for the game for the N64. Shame on us. Star Fox 64 3D. Yeah, people bought it full price. I got it for $20. But here's the thing: Nintendogs and Cat and Mario Party Island Tour. Look how much is it? Because for $20, I'm telling you, Nintendo, make games $20. More of your consumers are gonna buy them. I guarantee it. Oh my gosh. Alright, so there is something here that is interesting me that I wanna read this. And I'm gonna highlight it. So I'm gonna read this for very verbatimly. So here we go. We have said in the past that it is important in the overseas Nintendo 3DS business to increase sales by keeping a rich lineup of evergreen titles highly active rather than relying on the new titles. Again, it is BS in my opinion. Evergreen basically mean keep good old games, full price for 2 or 3 years so they can make sales. Translates to we don't have third party. This is how we have to make money. Nothing personal. So again, you saw the bar. So the red bar in the graph shows the sales through numbers of reduced price title called Nintendo Select. I've been saying it, Nintendo Select. I said it in my previous vlog that finally they brought back the Nintendo Select, which we sold in Europe starting in October last year. And I don't know why in America it's March. You know, Nintendo, screw you. Also, the gray bar represents the sales-through numbers of the same title during the same period in the previous years, showing a comparison between the two figures. Even after some time had passed since release and sales have settled down, we are able to bring the momentum back to the past titles by attracting consumers from a value perspective. In particular, both in sales-through numbers and the growth rate of the 10 dogs and cats were large, which seem to have been supported by many fields consumer. Again, you made it $20. Look at a lot of the female consumer. They bought it. They bought the game. Nintendo's not that bad. Again, it's not for everyone. And believe it or not, I went to Miiverse with Nintendogs, and yes, a lot of the gamers are female. I'm just observing it. But again, it's meant for a neutral gender. It doesn't matter. My rule is, if the game is fun, I'm gonna play it. That's there's to it. Whether it's Super Mario Brothers, The Legend of Zelda, Animal Crossing, if it's fun for me, I'll play it. The only game that I never had fun was Star Fox DS Command. That game is crap using the stylus. Moving on. Alright, so basically their future, they're saying, yeah, 20 million units was going to be sold in Japan. Over 54 million units was sold worldwide. Okay, because again, trying to further popularization among the kids and female demographic. Kids and female. Here's a hint. What happened to the gamers who grew up with Nintendo? Well, sadly, to some extent, they left. So, kind of suck. If you remember with the Wii U situation, people said, well, you buy Wii U so you can play Nintendo game. Yeah, but not everyone's doing it anymore. That's the problem. Several strong titles from Nintendo's and third-party publisher planned for release. Maybe, again, re-emphasize the appeal of evergreen title. Again, evergreen title equals we don't have third-party. Our games is so good that it's worth the full price for 2 to 3 years, or heck, even 4 years. Again, I already gave my thoughts about the evergreen system, the evergreen title. If I ever remember, I'll find the video, I'll link it, I'll put it in the description box. Because it is just BS. I'm telling you, it is BS. My good friend Ari even said it. Why not use it? Why they hardly use it? And yeah, that's the problem. Alright, so of course, next clip, everybody should know this. February 27th, which is the 20th anniversary of Pokemon. And it's the 3DS in Japan. They got finally the 2DS with different color based on the Pokemon color. Europe has a 3 version 2DS, but in the USA, the new 3DS with the cover plate, aka the regular size 3DS that you can change cover plate. There you go. Some people did bought it. I think this was a good deal. I think it's $200 to get the DS, the 3DS, the small one, plus 2 game downloaded, Pokemon Red and Blue. Plus, you get to cover plate. So that's cool. All right, so moving on, Wii U. There you go. Wii U's out for sale. Wow, better than last year. And of course, why? Splatoon and Super Mario Maker. Like I said in the past, Splatoon that's not worth $60 when it first launched. But if you wait until April, then yeah, you wait until April, then it is now. And yes, I'll be explaining why. Tune in for that one. Same goes for Super Mario Brothers. I don't think it was $60 in the initial release, but a lot of those add-ons coming in, a lot of the mystery mushroom. There you go. Now it's becoming more value. It is gonna suck they're doing it that way. That is a cop out because Street Fighter 5 did it. It's doing it again. Subjectively, if maybe it's still a cop out. Yep, there you go. Splatoon. Splatoon. Reached 1 million sale unit in Japan. 4.06 million units shipped worldwide. Increased ratio of kids and female demographic. Again, they're focusing on that because it's mostly male demographic. teenager to young adult, heck, even adult. That's already been maximized, so you need kids, new generation of gamers, and female. Hell, various event in main high usage of rate, yes, Splatfest, and then of course new weapons coming in. I still don't think it's $60, but I'm already been saying it too many times. So let's move on. Okay, yes, Splatoon. Apparently, well, surprisingly, it had sold more than than Mario Kart 8, and the only reason really is it's a new IP for Nintendo. That's why. Yep, same goes with Super Mario Maker. Again, updating include additional parts. Then it becomes $60. Again, it's still a cop out, even if it's free DLC. Let's see, and then again they're just recapping, and yeah, they're basically focused on this one: Super Mario Maker and Splatoon. And the reason is, like I said, Splatoon was released in May of 2015, and it was a new IP. Remember, we Nintendo fans wanting sometimes from Nintendo new IP. There you go. Super Mario Maker semi new IP because finally you get the chance to build your own 2D level. I've been enjoying it. I should get back to doing more now since I have more all the parts. That's why it's sold again at $60. I got it also at full price, but because they know they're gonna have some new update. Cop out it may be, but again, unless it's free DLC, it's alright. Then again, they keep reminding that Splatoon sold more in the May of 2015 than Mario Kart 8. That's in May 2014. Alright, now here's some part that I like. Amiibo. The sale for Amiibo. More than 80 types of Amiibo released. Yeah. The Smash Brother, Super Mario Brothers, Splatoon, Animal Crossing cards, Shovel Knight. Yeah, 80 types. But as of from this financial report, 31 million units were sold. Kudos, like I said, a lot of people do like Amiibo. The reason is, if you like toys, you like collectible figurines, there you go. I mean, it's not bad. I like it. I enjoyed it. Yeah. So let's see the shipment here. Yep. See, okay. Apparently, quarter 15 when let's just say that's I think from January, winter 2015 or January between January and March. Yeah, 5.7, and then April. Yeah, the reason why April to May not so much because that was wave 4 and the problem was they weren't really producing a lot. And then this one 3. Okay, this I think that I can't even remember. What is it? Q1. Oh, this is okay. My mistake. Yeah, this one is from January. I think that's why it's a little bit low. This one is from April to May. Yeah, and then this one is during the summer. Again, this is worldwide. And then apparently as of Q3, and the reason why it's 9.9 is because that's the total, but I think it's because they finally fixed the Amiibo problem. They were producing more. No more need to go get in line. No more getting in line to pre-order. You can pre-order at any point. No problem. There you go. Alright. Sorry that took long. And then of course the Amiibo cards. When it first came out, it was 8.6 shipped. And then became more because a lot of people do like it. I've seen people waste a lot of money for it, for Amiibo cards. But again, Nintendo blind bag, screw you. But it's approximately 21.5 million virtual cards shipped. So interesting. Again, here's the one that I really well no. Okay, this one basically is yep. Amiibo regional shipment ratio, and apparently in America it's more than in Europe and Japan because I guess in America it's a big country. They like Amiibo. Okay, same here. Ratio again. America just has the biggest one. That's not really the interesting part for this one. This is the interesting part for Amiibo. In this clip here is basically Kirishima explained the most top 10 popular Amiibo from three countries: Japan, USA, and Europe. So first I'm gonna start with excuse me, in Japan. They're not okay. I'm gonna go from number 10 to number 1 here. So number 10 is Digsby, number 9 is Green Yarn Yoshi, number 8 is Kirby, number 7 is Isabel Winter Outfit that comes with the game, the Amiibo Festival. Number 6 is Mario Modern Color. Number 5 is Classic Mario Classic Color, the one from the 8-bit. Number 4, Mario from the Super Mario series, the basically the amiibo that they showed before, like what amiibo is about. It was supposed to be that the first amiibo was that one, but they wanted to, but the Lady Wada was pessimistic a bit, so he wanted to be safe. He said, "Let's bring out the Smash Brother lineup." And then, but here's the interesting one in Japan. Number 3 is Ink Boy, number 2 is Ink Squid, and number 1 is Ink Girl. So basically, in Japan, they like Splatoon. Interesting. All right, in Europe, number 10 is Ink Girl, number 9 is Toad, number 8 is Ink Boy, number 7 is Pikachu, number 6 is Mario from the Super Smash Bros. Series, number 5 is Mario from the Super Mario series, number 4 is Green Yarn Yoshi, number 3 is Inkling Squid, and the reason basically is I think they never had a 3-pack in Europe, and there was a report a long time ago that games shipment, that people pre-ordered the one that comes with the Inkling, the green squid, was stolen. Kind of suck. So, yeah, unfortunate. So number 2 is Link, and number 1 is Mario Classic Color from the Super Mario Maker. So, interesting. Number 3 is, like I said, Inkling Squid, because of it was stolen. Like the truck, the shipment was stolen, and they couldn't do anything about it. Gonna suck. All right, now we're gonna go in America, and again, kind of different than in Japan and in Europe. So here we go. Number 10, Ganondorf. Number 9, Mega Man. Number 8, Pac-Man. Number 7, Mario from the Super Mario series, the classic color. Number 6, Pikachu. Number 5, Sonic. Believe me, in America, there's a lot of Sonic fans. And if you've been following me on YouTube since 2006, you know the Spax War and the Sonic drama. Just putting it out there. Number 4, Mewtwo. Number 3, Toon Link. Number 2, Bowser from the Super Smash Bros. Series. And number 1 is Link. Interesting that Link is the number 1 in America. And I know even before that, like when it first came out, like Wave 1 for the Smash Bros. Series, the popular 3 amiibo that were brought was number 3 was Pikachu, number 2 was Mario, and number 1 was Link. So no surprise there. But you kind of see, like, it is kind of different from Japan, Europe, and US. I think it's like the taste of the consumer from different countries is kind of just interesting to me. So there you go. So yeah, that's an interesting part that I wanted to share my thoughts about it in Amiibo. And then of course, Amiibo selling in Japan, they finally made a lot. So yeah. So there you go. And of course, oh yeah, this game, man, I've been talking about it. The Mario and Friends Amiibo Challenge. Yeah, I told you go to Target, you get a paper slip, but or you can wait until the 28th, and they're finally gonna bring it out for free to start. All you need is an amiibo. You can't play this game without an amiibo, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be a Mario Brothers amiibo. It just has to be an amiibo because you get to play this mini spec robot, box robot. I don't know, but if you notice here one thing, you notice Bowser, Toad, Luigi, Princess Peach, and Mario and Yoshi are Super Mario amiibo. Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, Bowser Jr., and Rosalina are Smash Brother. And when Mario Party 10 was being talked, it was one of the topic talks. There was sort of, well, it's not really a leak now, but if you use Donkey Kong, Wario, and Rosalina, they actually have a Super Mario amiibo design. My question is, what happened to those? I'll buy them. I'll even buy Wario in his purple and yellow outfit and his WarioWare. I mean, there was rumors, again, I don't know if it's true or not, that they were gonna bring those three. Plus, another rumor was Waluigi, Daisy, and Toadette, six of them as Super Mario Brothers Series Wave 2, I guess, Series 2. But because, as expected, if it's not Super Smash Brothers Series, you're really not gonna sell a lot of it. And yep, they didn't. Trust me. Toad for a while was the only one because it was the only exclusive one for that series. And then after a while, they said, "Hey, you know what? They met their demand, and we can just see them." But I wish Nintendo would bring in those out. I would really love to. Just saying. And of course, future plan already been in the past because all of this, except for, well, I don't know, there's no Gold Mega Man here, but apparently Gold Mega Man's only in America. And yeah, Mega Man Go, I don't get it. I don't get the Gold Mega Man, and I don't get why $50 with crap. If it was $40, I would buy it, but $50 really, so I can have postcard and stuff. I mean, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. I did amiibo cards, yeah. Okay, well, I mean, I already got all of them. Well, except for those four, because I'm telling you, in Amazon, they're gonna go low in price. I just bought Wave 2, all of them, for $5, close to $5. Okay, moving on from that one. All right, now they're just talking about more sales. So, and top downloads. So let's see what's the top download for Nintendo. Number 5, Street Pass Me Plaza. I guess it's one of those new Street Pass game. Number 4 is Pokemon Rumble World, the free to start. Number 3, Mario Kart 8 add-on content. Yeah. Number 2, Smash Bros. For the Nintendo 3DS. Yep, I agree with that. Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U add content. Definitely. So that is interesting, but no surprise. Let's move on. Okay, now they're talking about Mitomo. And I know in this part here, they really weren't talking much about Mitomo. Again, like a little bit. So again, the whole point of Mitomo was to introduce Nintendo franchise to a bigger audience that was not into Nintendo. My Nintendo is supposed to be a better comprehensive service system than what's that? The Nintendo Deluxe program or Club Nintendo. And I did give my opinion already about it. If I remember, I put the link on both Mitomo and My Nintendo. It is good, like I said. And like I said, I should have done this long time ago, but scheduling reasons, so I do apologize for that. So let's okay, all right. Fortunately, you can't really click on that one, but yeah, I mean it is an improvement. Oh, here's a good one. Here, okay, characteristic of My Nintendo. So first of all, Club Nintendo, 2003 to 2015. Traditional loyal program based upon product purchase. What happened is, in the long run, it was costing them a lot of money. And like I said, Club Nintendo, kind of like some people do, exploit it. Find a Nintendo game that's really quote unquote cheap, put in the code, there you go. So they changed that with My Nintendo, which is 2016 and beyond. Comprehensive reward program encompassing overall entertainment experience offering by Nintendo, which is basically now in-game content, coupons for digital download, and digital games. So if you say, is Nintendo gonna do swag? Well, unless you're doing the world of Nintendo figurines, yeah, they're done. They're done with the product because again, even I knew I had a feeling that in the long run it wasn't working for them. Okay, yeah, the this one basically is that for a while in Japan it did started like early than in other country in outside. Uh, okay, that's really nothing there. And then of course discount just for you offer discount. They have that. So yeah, I mean they did talk like they did give their like what's gonna be, and believe it or not, when I read this article here, yeah, it is what it is what they said. So Nintendo, good job, Mitomo. Like I said, not a bad game. It's not a game. It's a communication social app, but it's fun if you're into the social thing. My Nintendo program, what they said here is what it is. And again, if you want to read this, links on the description box. All right. Uh, yeah, I mean, I think that's basically it. You know, they're just talking more about like coupons, and then like again, okay, I can click that one. Yeah, your points, whatever you do, does integrate it with the program. Like if I play Mitomo, my Nintendo account will know. Oh, you use Mitomo, you get points. And if you're using the 3DS or the Wii U, if you go to Miiverse at least once a week, that there will be a notification that Miiverse will tell you, "Hey, good job! You went to Miiverse for the first time this week. You get points for it." There you go. And then of course your platinum and gold points. Platinum basically is doing it just daily, weekly activity. You get points for that one. Gold points is when you basically buy a game from the eShop. That's basically like a better version than the Nintendo Deluxe program. I don't think Sony does it. I know Microsoft to some extent does it, but yeah, again, like I said, if you read this, it is what it is. So they were accurate about it. Pretty awesome. So again, Mitomo, they finally talk a little bit about it. Again, and yeah, then global registration. You know, I mean, IGN GameSpot already talked about it, and again, you know, as of right now, Mitomo is popular. So yeah, that's my thoughts about the financial report for Q3. Between that, basically from October 2015 to December 2015. Like I said, good job on Nintendo. They're getting better. With Kinishima, I think he is doing a good job. My only gripe is they're still sticking with the Nintendo the Evergreen strategy. I still disagree with that one. It should not even. They should stop doing it. But again, they're still doing it. But there is one thing you notice here that they didn't talk about, and it was expected. It's actually with the disclaimer that Kirishima said that even before they started with the financial report, they did say that, hey, we're not going to talk about Nintendo NX or Project NX. Well, they talk about it on the end of the fiscal year, the fiscal year of 2016, and that's going to be on on April 28th. April 28th. That's going to be on April 28th. So we'll just have to see. So anyway, that's my thoughts about the Nintendo financial report for third quarter. Thanks for listening.